do you think that the division between the poor and the rich has gotten larger and larger since you were a child?
I, you know what? When you look at our political history, okay, for that first, second republic, I wasn't here very much, so even I was very much interested, following what was happening. Of course, we had the dictatorship regime then, and I think looking back, President Rene moving people out of thatch roof house to maybe better dwelling, to their dream brick home, and the salary, people started basically earning maybe a better life. But looking back now, honestly, especially me with my simplicity of my life, I've seen it all, but now, okay, I've got a few luxury in my house, but I still catch the bus to go to town, even there's a car up the road, because I'm so focused on my carbon footprint. But looking back now, the division in this country is getting out of hand. It saddens me, because there seems to be a tag, oh, Seychellois pas le travail, Seychellois doesn't want to work. But I'll give you an example. I often walk from my place to the bus station there at Takamaka, near the church, near the clinic, at 5:30. And at 5:30 in the morning, it's dark. It's like it's shadows. And if you stand a little bit afar, you just hear this murmur, like mumbling. And to me, that's the pain of a person. This is a pain of, like this lady said to me, I never see the sun because I leave early and I come back late because of the traffic. They get stuck, and so you go in the dark, you come back in the dark, and she said, I never have time, basically, only sometime weekend, after church. And so there's now this element of tiredness, and then the bus trip. It's a long way to town, and then you get to Okap, the convoy starts, and that's stressful, because then you get tail off at work because you're late, and how do we overcome this? I've got an answer for that. Please ask me later on and I'll elaborate on it. But I've always thought if I had to do an awareness campaign, I would go there near that bus stop first thing in the morning, where I see this young mother with the little baby on her shoulder, and the other one holding her skirt, and she walks past. I don't know where she goes, maybe to drop the baby off somewhere. It's like 5:30, 5:15 in the morning. It's early. You look at that child, and why should this happen? And then the tag that Seychellois is lazy. But then the first Belazar bus comes, and then the intendance board, and between the intendance bus and the Takamaka bus and Belazar, Bougainville, Anse Royal, 3-4 buses, it's full. It's only Seychellois going to work in town to do everyone's dirty work, and what are they getting paid? A pittance? Do they get paid traveling time? Do they, the institution, the factories or whatever organize a bus, a transport, air conditioned so they arrive fresh? Do we have an air conditioned bus to do that route? Does companies like IoT put a bus that would remove 50 cars on the road? If everybody could give each other the lift, there wouldn't be this chaos on the road every morning. Let's share, there's, how do you say? But the people then has to come back, and in the afternoon you get stuck on the highway near the airport, that's another hour. Yeah. And so you've got this added stress on you all the time, and you could see the despair on people from day to day. Are we addressing this? No, we got big words. We use all the big words, but it's still the same.
Yeah.
It's like changing your shirt.